Alright.
Oh, man. No, I'll be real, though, Jesse. I don't like Mario and Rabbids. It's kind of... I feel like some of the Switch games, like, they have some...
Oh, hold on, before we continue. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the next episode. Alright, now continue.
No. So I was going to say, I actually don't like Mario and Rabbids. And it's not because it's partially because it's derivative to an overbearing extent.
Yeah.
But that's not as big a deal to me as it would be because, like, the guys that made God Eater did the same shit with Code Vein, which is a great game, by the way.
Yeah.
My big issue is I feel like Nintendo's got such a hard-on for games like that, where they're like, what was our idea? Or they'll tie it to... I don't know. It's one of those things where the Switch games, they have a few, but not a lot. Breath of the Wild, fantastic. Odyssey. I was wrong. I admit that. I thought it was going to be terrible. Or I was skeptical is what I'll say. I didn't think it was going to be terrible. I just didn't know how they'd do it. But they did it.
Okay.
Although that was under the assumption that the entire world was just the city.
Sorry, what were we talking about? Breath of the Wild?
I was talking about, I don't know how the Switch is... Like, there are games on the Switch that are considered AAA titles that I don't consider AAA titles.
Yeah.
And one of them was Mario and Rabbids.
Yeah.
It
was made by Ubisoft, not Nintendo, so...
well, Nintendo licenses one of their main ones, and they use their main guy. It's Nintendo.
Well, I was just thinking in terms of who made it.
Based on what I've heard from the Game Grumps when they had to put a game on the console...
Yeah.
Nintendo did most of the work to make sure that it happened because it was with their IP instead of just daddy's.
Okay.
Because basically you need to follow guidelines to make it.
Oh wait, they cursed me? Oh god. By the way, my controls are screwed up. Oh, no, that's not curse, that's confusion. Hold on. Hold on. Just get down here and wait it out. There you go.
I was gonna say,
just wait it out.
3 Houses.
Oh, it changes in the middle too. Oh, that's fun.
Was a little bit disappointing. What game?
I don't know. I hear a lot of people love 3 Houses.
Oh,
that might be just you.
No, it was a little. I'm saying it was a little disappointing, and there's a reason for it. They took away some choice.
Like,
only you can be romantic with people. You can't customize your castle anymore. They took away character customization for your avatar. And this is on an HD major console.
So, one of the things people were complaining about... That was a lot of the stuff people were complaining about from the last game, though. That they spent so much time on that stuff that they forgot to make a decent game. I forgot to say my line.
Yeah, but obviously this one is a bigger game. They should spend more time on it. Those were handhelds.
Yeah.
It's a boss.
Is it?
No.
Well, the music playing. Oh, that's not a boss. Well, I guess if we count Avalanche.
Play the Sonic music.
Yeah.
Oh, you're done.
Oh, well. It's a goat, friend.
Mount Goat.
Go on, tell us, do the voice.
Good, you've come to. We appear to be trapped. Can you walk?
Qesha isn't one to give up so easily. I know.
That's the spirit. Can you come with me for a moment?
Alright, your moment has passed, now I'm going on.
But yeah, so, 3 Houses, like, they spent too much time on it in the other game. But no, my issue wasn't with that. They had too many characters. The writing...
Oh, this is a female goat.
That's my husband. He's no longer breathing. Oh! He must have landed awkwardly. There's no telling fate. Just a while ago, we were running the slopes. It's too late for tears. We should look for a way out. That's sad.
Well, we're trapped. We might as well eat them.
This is like meaningful shit right now. That's kind of sad like this. Man. But you look
oh,
cold.
we need a fur coat? Let's do this. Come on.
Oh, you don't have a knife. You have a spear.
Oh, okay. It's gotten all dark. Okay, cool. Cool, and... yeah.
Dead. I can't see a thing anymore. Does the dark frighten you?
Hell no.
I've been traveling alone. I may have gotten used to it. All alone? All living things shun darkness because they fear being alone. Perhaps that's why we all seek partners to have children. Shall we get some sleep? Come here, I will keep you warm.
Is Qesha about to
Fucking behave yourself. This is actually kind of somber and sad. Spring back some memories.
Of you fucking your girlfriend?
Who's a goat? What? Jesse.
Listen, it's dark. He can't tell the difference.
Jesse Nathy.
If he uses his imagination hard
Jesse
enough.
Nathy. You look passed out drunk there.
Anyways. Come on, fur coat. Keep us warm. No? Alright.
I'm sorry, did I wake you? Noise that loud will wake anyone. That's true. You must be hungry. Would you like breakfast?
Yeah. Oh my god, we are gonna do it.
That's dark. This just got really fucking dark.
Yes! Eat the goat!
If I was to die, the world would be less another goat.
Yes, you can.
I see. That's too bad. But if you're going to travel alone, you have to become stronger. A goat is teaching me how to be a tough motherfucker.
Yeah! Alright, well, fine.
The ice is thin right here. If I use my horns, it may be able to breach it. Stand back!
There we go.
It's open! Oh no. Well, it can't be helped. You should be able to scale this cliff to freedom. Listen, on your journey you will hit walls like this again. But you mustn't ever give up. I will get out of here myself one way or another. That's actually kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could they just carry the goat?
No, not on your back. You know how heavy goats are?
I mean,
That's depressing.
this is Qesha.
I know, but think about that for a second. Like, they basically just use that entire thing to teach you, like, don't give up on puzzles and shit. That's actually an interesting way to do it.
Don't give up on puzzles. I didn't solve a shit.
That's basically
I didn't
what
do
that is.
shit.
No, it was just meant to tell you about it.
I guess.
This game's a story game, Jesse. Before story games were super
So in other words,
popular.
the game is telling me the puzzles are bullshit. And
Right
you
now,
should...
I'm telling you should heal. You have 10 health.
Oh, yeah. I suppose I do.
Oh my god.
Well, I can't heal while I'm into the menu while I'm climbing.
Man, how do you not think Dynasty Warriors is a strategy game if you probably only have 1 health by the end of the match?
Okay, that just means it's an action game.
Jesse. There's action going on in XCOM. It's an
Yeah.
action game. There's also thought for what I need to do going on in XCOM. It's a strategy game.
Yeah.
There's thought going on in what I need to do in Dynasty Warriors. It's a strategy game. Shut the fuck up.
Wait. Oh.
Oh god, Jesse! Why would you do the thing?
Well, I didn't know they would be over there. I was just trying to avoid health loss.
Avoid health. I know you are. You're doing a good job. I don't want to feel good.
Gonna climb down. Eh. God dang.
You're having trouble on this mountain. I'll be real, Jesse. Like, you were talking some mad shit earlier.
Well, that's because I'm trying to rush through it, like I was doing through all the other levels.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, life potion. See, the game just gave me a full heal.
No, that's a life up. It gives you another life point.
I thought it fully healed me too.
Maybe.
Nope.
Nope. I was right and you were wrong.
First time for everything, Joey.
Yeah, I'm getting used to it today. I've been right a couple times now. First Dynasty Warriors, and now this.
Oh, you sound so right about Dynasty Warriors.
I am.
Uh-huh.
I am. You know what? A Christian can tell me all they want to that evolution doesn't happen. That doesn't mean that they have a point. I don't know, Jesse. The fuck you doing here?
I thought I could pick up the rocks. They look pick-upable. Like all the other rocks that I was picking up earlier. Oh my god.
You're just having some trouble today, my dude.
Doesn't help that there are mortal enemies on here. That I'm avoiding, so I guess this means it's a strategy game.
Yeah. I mean, during boss battles, this could be classified as a strategy game.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, this has just you in it. Not you and multiple soldiers that you need to watch out for.
Oh, does that mean Secret of Mana is one because you got party members you can command?
Actually, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For real. I'd let that one have it for sure. Because, you know, although it's lesser to an extent because, like, it only matters if you die. If they die, you can just heal them.
Does that mean every turn-based RPG is a strategy game because you have people to command?
To a lesser extent. Obviously, as I said, like, it matters only if you die in those. Like, if the main character dies. But in Dynasty Warriors, like, I could lose the dude on the corner of the map, and I'm like, well, I lost. It's done. It's over. They've conquered my shit. They've conquered my dungeon.
Yeah.
And it's a different type of strategy. You gonna go say hi to the goat?
Yeah.
What's up, goat?
Still didn't get to eat the other goat.
Yeah, no, you look hungry. That's depressing.
I want to eat it.
That's actually really sad. I forgot about that part and I wasn't ready.
I thought you said you remembered all the characters.
I mean, I remember there were goats.
Oh, yeah, they're goats.
I didn't remember she fucking ate them. Well. And all of this could have been avoided.
You know, Qesha's the one who started that avalanche. Does that mean he's the one who killed the goat?
Probably.
Okay, well, that doesn't have a wall blocking it.
It's also water.
No, that was a splashing sound. That was a falling noise. That is not water. That is.
It froze
flip.
the lake, is what it fucking said.
I wouldn't have been falling if it wasn't. If it was frozen.
Then obviously they fucked up programming, Jesse.
Or it's just a cliff edge and I fell.
No, it's
we're on
water.
a mountain.
You're on a lake, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, that could have been a waterfall before.
It probably would have been a lot more prominent if it was a waterfall.
Well,
knowing
this
what
is 16-bit. They can't do prominent.
they can do prominent pretty damn well if they try.
Well, this is just that was a minor detail it would have been, so they probably
I think
didn't.
you're just trying to rationalize it to yourself.
I think you're trying to rationalize it too. So
I'm not rationalizing nothing. I just know what it is because what it said it is. I don't need to rationalize.
The lake part was the part I was walking on.
It froze the lake.
Yeah.
The entire lake.
Yeah. The part I was walking on.
So.
I'm talking about the part where I fell.
So if there was a waterfall there, it would have been showcased.
Nah, if the lake was frozen.
Yeah,
Thus the waterfall was
Yeah,
locked.
it would, because the waterfall freezes too.
Yeah. No, it gets stopped because this was more of an avalanche than a frozen.
No. There's buildup of ice on the end because of the fact that there's gravity acting.
Well, they just couldn't put that detail because this is a 16-bit game.
I think that that's your excuse, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You
It's a valid excuse, too.
It's not really that valid.
It's totally valid.
Not really.
You just don't want to believe it.
No. It's not really that valid, Jesse.
You just don't want to be proven wrong like you've been all day.
Yeah, whatever you say, bucko.
Alright, glad you finally agree with me.
I mean, it's kind of like talking to a pastor about what is and what is real.
Well, yeah.
But I believe what I believe. I know, but this says you're wrong. But I believe what I believe. I know, but all these things say
you
you're
don't
wrong.
have evidence in front of me right now,
believe.
so I don't believe it.
Jesse, that's the dumbest thing you can say because I can literally say the same fucking thing.
Exactly.
So, and unless you have something constructive and definitive to add, shut the fuck up.
Okay, how about the fact that I fell and it didn't make a splashing noise?
Obviously, it could have been a graphical issue.
Alright, what about this? It made the same motion.
I'll take that one. That wasn't near a lake.
Huh? Alright, where are the dead goats?
I don't fucking know. You're in a different hole.
Well, there could be other dead goats.
I mean,
How come there were only 2 goats in this place, huh?
because all the other ones were already eaten by the Yetis.
Or that female goat has a weird fetish.
I don't think she was fucking any of those goats, man.
I was saying eating them.
Bro, that's not a fetish. That's just eating. That's hunger. That's
That depends on how hard you get off it while you're doing it.
Jesse.
Listen, you saw her. She was like, "All right, good morning. Let's get to eating this goat."
Yes.
Didn't wait till the last second to eat that goat.
She didn't
was just
say,
like,
"Oh yes, it tastes so good."
well, she's old. She wanted to keep her modesty.
How the fuck do you know she's old?
I don't know.
Also, probably a boss up ahead. Recover a little bit.
I'll wait until I see the boss itself.
Oh boy. Say, recover your health a little bit.
Fine. Listen, if he can do 42 points of health in an instant, I probably need to grind anyways. At which point, it's better that I don't use my healing items. Stop it.
I think you should heal.
Oh. I got void dice. Yeah, I thought I was going to pick it up and throw it.
I think you should heal.
It's only doing 2 points of damage.
I know, but he's also changing the directions, making it very difficult for you to do
I just gotta
anything.
stay in this corner. See? Easy, Joey.
Alright, so what are you gonna do?
I have no idea.
Yep. Therein lies the problem. Do you have your ice suit on?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
There, I healed Joey.
You know what? Don't act like it's an imposition, because if you die, I'm saving you trouble.
Like, oh, see? I just had to survive. See? It was your suggestion to do something else that got me hurt, Joey.
I didn't say nothing that you need to do anything.
Oh, well, fine.
I didn't! What did I say you had to do?
Oh, he's a wizard. Oh, one of these assholes. God damn it.
Yes! Make him stop moving. Oh, he's an asshole, too.
Oh, I can't do any damage. Do I just gotta survive again?
I think you just gotta survive. At least he's not freezing your ass.
I guess.
Like, take that win.
He's only doing like one thing. This is actually pretty easy to avoid. Yeah? Okay, there we go. I was like...
That's it, you okay? Wanna talk about it?
Wow, this is a real riveting boss fight. I probably could have beaten this without healing, honestly. At this rate.
I mean, we didn't have any knowledge about this before, but we also don't know
You
if he
had
has,
knowledge of this, you just
we
forgot.
don't know if he has other forms, too.
I mean, how do you know the other form wouldn't have been easy to avoid, too?
Maybe the other form will do like 50 damage in one hit.
Oh, yeah.
The discrepancies in the damage abilities of some of these bosses is pretty high.
Hey. God, this takes a while, doesn't it? Which is why I'm trying to hit him to see if I actually do need to hit him.
You don't.
Alright. Well, maybe I just need to block it, huh? No? Okay, blocking doesn't work.
I think it's like he's probably going to try to block it, and they're like, let's make it unblockable. Let's see what he does. No, Dynasty Warriors 9 did bad.
Real riveting boss fight, Joey. I can see why you love this game.
That's bait.
Bait.
So
Bait for what, Joey?
so Dynasty Warriors 9. was
Don't change
considered
the
a bad
subject,
game.
Joey. Why do you love the... Well, what's so great about this boss fight? Tell me. Why do you like this game?
I mean, this game has nothing to do with... This boss fight has nothing to do with I like this game. You know that. So I'm not taking the bait. Dynasty Warriors 9 was considered bad because it recycled combat styles and had an open world system that had a lot of nothing to do. So it had an Assassin's Creed 3 problem.
It's still going. Oh, I gotta play Cannonball. Okay, gotcha.
He's trying to get close up to you so you can't do it.
Fucker.
Yeah, right up to you.
I figured it out. Still easy. This did not change the difficulty in the slightest.
I mean, why are you complaining?
I mean, it's not very riveting gameplay. I'm not gonna lie.
If it's not difficult, it's not riveting? That's
even without...
That's what your thought process is just dragged to.
No,
Keep in mind, this type
That's
of game...
not what I meant to say.
What year was this made?
What I meant to say is...
Is this the newest game of 2019?
This is both easy and boring as piss.
Is this the game of 2019?
This game is boring. This
When was
this
it
fight
made?
is boring as piss.
Jesse, when was it made?
I don't know.
Okay, it wasn't made before... It was made before Ganonball.
Okay, see, here's the thing, Joey.
It was made before
You're using
fucking
its
Ganonball.
age as an excuse for its terribleness.
No, you're using its age as an excuse for its... You're using its age as an excuse for its terribleness.
Exactly. I can use it as for why it's bad.
Okay,
but you can't
so-
use it for why it's good.
So I can explain all the fucking reasons why Chrono Trigger would be bad, but it's not.
Why is Chrono Trigger bad? I want to hear.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, its non-linear pathing makes it so repetitive to deal a lot of damage to some enemies.
Okay, cool.
It
That's a
fucking-
good, valid criticism.
Okay, but it's not a bad game because of it. It's still one of the greatest ever made.
Okay.
This is still
That's
one of the
because
greatest
that's
ever
just
made.
one complaint in a sea of a lot of good stuff.
Same.
Same for what?
This.
Okay, I have not seen a sea of good stuff. in
Jesse,
this
I'll
game.
be real with you. You're not one of
Like,
the people
the goat scene was nice. That
You're
was
not
nice.
one of the people that I'd fucking look to
The
for
goat
these
scene
types
was
of...
nice, but the gameplay has not been very riveting.
Jesse,
I'm not gonna
I'll
lie.
be real. You're not one of the people I'd look to find the best SNES game.
Okay, that's because there aren't too many good SNES games, so you know.
Ooh.
Okay, there's a lot of good ones, but you know.
This is one of them.
This is not one of them.
This is one of
This
them.
is not one of them.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
not.
Dude, it plays better than Secret of Mana.
Dark Morph. Wow, that is such a...
This game plays better than Secret of Mana. It controls better than Secret of Mana. Go back to a lot of the SNES games. This game controls as good, if not better, than them.
Oh, well, we're bringing the people back. You heard it here. All humans are from Tibet.
Duh.
Yeah.
There are thoughts that some of them came from Asia or
Africa is where everyone believes they're from.
Africa and Asia, like the Midway. But no, this is a good game. This is a very good game. This is on a lot of sleeper
Oh, I guess
hits.
I turned into a flower. All right, cool.
That's right. Somebody's gonna pick your flower at some point.
Okay, are you sure you're not the one making the sex jokes here?
I mean, I made one and you're a sea of them.
You
The sh-
can eat by oxygen.
So the showcasing.
What's this have to do with resurrecting people?
They're showcasing that the circle of life is complete.
I don't know how humans make the circle of life complete, but all right.
Hunting.
So
Food
do
chain.
the lions.
Food chain boss. Yep.
I mean, I guess. If you want to go food chain. But I mean, the circle of life itself was intact before the humans came, but you know. Also monster.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then the people eat the monsters. Okay, see? With the monsters added, I guess that applies, more circle of life. All right.
See, Jesse, I just feel like you're being super critical about this because you don't like the fact that I think it's one of the best games.
No.
Yeah.
That's not why I'm being super critical.
Okay, tell me the reason then.
Because I don't like the gameplay. I really
What's the issue with the gameplay? It's not stiff.
It
It's
is
not
actually pretty
floaty.
stiff. It's pretty
It controls about equal to all the other ones that are like this on this console.
on this console, which is, I think, a problem with
Illusion of Gaia and Secret of Mana.
I think it's a problem with those games too. But the monsters aren't too interesting to fight. A lot of them are just either move fast or just moving turrets, I've noticed. And then there are a bunch of ones that are like those stunning guys that they're just lame. They don't do anything.
There aren't a lot of those anymore. They were in that one area.
No, there were those rock guys that do the quake and
Oh
stunning
yeah,
too.
but those are meant to make you think how you fucking approach those. And obviously, it's not as hard as it will be in the future for games like this. But this is one
See,
of
you
the
keep
first.
saying in the future, but we're talking about this game. It
Well,
doesn't
yes,
matter what it says in the future.
Yes, I am talking about this game because they usually made side-scrolling platformers before
Yeah.
this game. And this game is their first foray into this, but not only is it above the bar,
Most people consider it above the bar.
That's fine if this game did, like, broke in some of this stuff. That's fine, but that doesn't make it good. That just means it broke it in.
It's got good story. It's got
The
interesting
story's
characters.
been up and down. There have been some moments that have been, like, alright, but for the most
But
part...
also you're following it with the skeptical view.
I am.
I'm here. I'm here.
That's
And
fine. You can be here.
And that's cutting in with it, if that makes sense. Like, I'm here, and I'm obviously gushing, and you... I don't want to say it, but you're a contrarian, Jesse. I'm sorry.
I'm not doing it to be contrarian.
I know you're
I
not
will
doing
tell
it to
you,
be
if I was
contrarian.
playing by myself without an audience, I would just be like, no, that's how I feel on this game.
You'd be more into the story, because I wouldn't be distracting you. I wouldn't be deriding anything from you. I wouldn't be saying it's amazing all the time, and then you being like, I don't like that part, and then it would amp up.
I will admit, I have been just a little bit. Not as much as you're thinking I am, but like with the scene with the goat, I will admit that was a good scene, and I did kind of like try to offset you by saying it out loud, but I did admit later on that, yeah, it was a good scene.
Okay.
So it's not like I'm hiding that there are good
So I'm
scenes.
going to note something to you then. The factor of this game, the reason I think it's so good for story-wise, is because it tries to hide that element in it and give you pieces of it. It's kind of like Dark Souls in that it does not give you the full story. You have to look for it, or you see the pieces, the dark pieces.
First of all, I don't think there's much looking for story so far. At least as what I've seen so far.
But keep in mind, once again, you said it's generic. It's trying to be generic to throw you off the trail. So
and when we see more of that, I will admit that it's better. But so far,
but
I
that's
haven't
just
seen
story.
it as much.
And I'm saying the gameplay is different for the time. It's not bad.
Let me get back to combat, though.
Right.
Combat. What moves do I have? I have stab things, run and stab things, and jump and stab things. That's the three moves
And
I get.
super attacks.
The super attacks are
shields.
items, which
Yes, but they are a move that you can do.
they're a very expensive move that I can use very limited. So as far as I count them in the day and like the moment to moment gameplay, they don't really count to me.
Because this is not a beat 'em up.
This is a beat 'em up
No.
in terms of fighting.
No, it's an action adventure RPG.
Okay, so you need to broaden your
A beat 'em
genre
up
descriptions.
has combos.
Okay, but even if it doesn't have combos, what's good about the combat?
The combat plays kind of like A Link to the Past, except faster.
But even A Link to the
Link to
Past,
the Past
I
is
would
good.
say A Link to the Past doesn't have very good combo. It's mostly just run up and stab.
Oh.
But the thing about Link to the Past is you have different items and monsters that have different ways you gotta fight them. These ones, I've just been running up and stabbing the monsters. That's all I do to fight the monsters. There hasn't really been too much. Occasionally there'll be a flying monster I have to use the jump stab, and occasionally there'll be a really fast monster I have to use the running stab.
I can see that argument, but that's more an opinion than a factor.
I think it is, because this combat gets still really quickly.
But
I've been doing the same thing throughout this entire
But
game to fight enemies.
Now here's where my grain of salt comes in, though, for you. You
The
you have trouble keeping focus.
I do, but I think the fact that this game isn't keeping the focus, and other games do, there are other games that keep me focused.
Well, yeah, but
I've
not
been
a big
grinding the
list.
shit boringly in Ni no Kuni for a while, so it's not like it's impossible for me to
Ni no
keep focused.
Kuni is an intricate game made
It
in
is.
the year
It's a
2010.
good game. This
Made
one
in the,
is
made
not
in the
good.
2010s.
Yeah, I know.
That is an unfair comparison.
I think it is because I'm playing this game right now, so I'm criticizing it right now.
All right, so criticize it with something that is criticizable next to it. That is not possible with Ni no Kuni.
What I'm saying is, I can't change my opinion because my opinion is right now.
Oh, I'm not.
So I
asking
can't
you
just
to-
be like, oh, I'm just gonna pretend I'm in the 1990s.
I'm not asking you to do that. I'm asking you to recognize the fact that you're.
I can recognize it, but I'm still gonna complain about it.
You're inherent. You have an inherent bias on it based on the fact that you.
I
get
do.
bored based on the fact that you get bored easily. You think that games from this time period aren't very good.
I don't
comparatively.
comparable. Okay, I'm more hard on the NES for that than the SNES.
most people
but I
are,
play
but-
games like Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World. I love those games. I still love those games. Even compared to modern games, those games are great.
No,
I play Super Mario World over new Super Mario Bros. Any day.
I get what you're saying. I do, but those games are easily transferable and not differentiating. enough.
Maybe, and to a certain extent, but I feel like the best games are still timeless. Chrono Trigger is still a fantastic RPG, even compared to modern day RPGs.
No.
Yeah, actually.
No.
Maybe not all of them. There are obviously better modern day RPGs.
No, it's
but
just that we don't have a lot of RPGs to judge it by, so I'm saying that's not a fair comparison. Back then,
I look at like Octopath Traveler and stuff.
Octopath Traveler, how many RPGs do they have on the Switch that aren't remakes or old? 2. How many did they have on the SNES?
Oh no, they just had Ni no Kuni on this. I think Chrono Trigger is better than Ni no Kuni.
No.
I think so.
But, no, Chrono Trigger has the nostalgia glasses. You take them off, it's not as good.
I didn't play Chrono Trigger until I was out of high school.
I can recognize...
So I have no nostalgia back.
I recognize the linearity issue of it, in that it constrains you to a path, but it doesn't really tell you the path very well.
This game does that, to be fair.
Yeah, and that's a mark off, but that's still one of the best games on the console.
Again, I don't think it's one of the best games on the console. I think this is a middle game on the console.
Oh, hell
if you
no.
were to ask me.
I mean, you ask anybody and they'll tell you some of the best RPGs of all time. This is on the list. Along with Illusions of Gaia.
Because you keep calling me a contrarian, but I think you're like heavy nostalgia goggles on this game.
No.
I think you are like so like enthused about this game that when I bring up a fault, you're like, well, it's just an old game, whatever. Ignore my faults.
If I say it's an old game, it's usually because you say I'm comparing it to Ni no Kuni, which who the fuck?
But I can compare good old games to Ni no Kuni. Like I was saying with Chrono Trigger, I'm like, that's an old game. I would rather.
Objectively, Ni no Kuni has a better story, better art.
Better story? I don't think so.
Yeah, it does. Better art. It's more translatable to anybody than Chrono Trigger's is. You can't translate Chrono Trigger's story to anybody. You can only control it to certain people after a certain age. Ni no Kuni's works with fucking everybody.
Okay, you're just saying target audience.
No, I'm saying the story is available. It's not just meant for them. It's available to them. Because you can make something meant for somebody, the target audience, and it won't work for them. But this is made available for them.
Okay, but then how does Chrono Trigger doesn't fit for everyone?
Chrono Trigger doesn't fit for everyone because it's so fucking hard to follow. It's kind of like the Dot Hack series of anime.
I don't know. I know a lot of people who played Chrono Trigger as a kid and liked the story.
Personal experience is not factors. Looking at the story objectively, it does not follow a linear structure.
I know it's not personal, but I feel like out of all the stories I heard, there wasn't too many people who were like, I got confused with Chrono Trigger as a kid and didn't play it. So...
No, nobody understood the fucking story and they played through it not knowing the story. Until they were older. It's an unavailable story. But you play the Ghostbusters game on the NES, and you don't understand what the fuck was wrong with it till you're older. It doesn't matter if you played it when you were younger. It matters what you think of it once you're older. But if you can play it when you're younger and understand it, and then do the same thing when you're older and be okay.
Oh, hold on, we're doing that podcasty thing.
Yeah, I noticed. I was wondering.
Well, you gotta say something, Joey. Don't just.
I was in it, man.
Oh yeah.
But no, it's one of those things where this is a more available story. It's not.
I don't think it is.
It's not hard to follow. I know that for a fact. It compared to Chrono Trigger.
Oh, did they already set up a whole society? Jeez.
I mean, you've been out for a couple days.
A couple days.
Yeah, that's right. Abe Lincoln's working hard outside.
Oh yeah. That's not where I'm going.
No, Chrono Trigger's hard to follow. Like, you can't argue that. It's a hard to follow game. It's non-linear storyline in a linear move set of where you need to go. It's the only game. You know what? If you want to play the compare a past game to a future game card, fine. I'll play the game with you, even though on record I don't like doing this. Final Fantasy 13 too.
Yeah.
Did the same shit. Time travel bullshit.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I like time travel bullshit.
I think time travel bullshit convolutes the plot unnecessarily.
I hear a lot of people like 13.2 for its time travel bullshit.
Nobody liked 13.2 for the time travel bullshit. You know what they liked it for? Not having whiny ass characters for once. You know what else they liked it for? Not ruining lightning like the next one did. You know what they didn't like it for? Time travel bullshit. That's the main issue I hear.
Well, okay. That's like saying Majora's Mask is a bad game because it has time travel bullshit.
Okay, but that's not convoluted time travel. It's not multiple times you can travel to. There's one. You can go back 3 days. That's it.
Okay, that's like saying Ocarina of Time is time travel bullshit.
That's one time once again.
2 times.
You go to your childhood or your adulthood.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You don't go to the future, the past, the far past, the modern future, and change them up and then go to different one. No.
Okay, to be fair, you don't change them up too often in Chrono Trigger.
Okay,
and
that's
more often than not, you
not
go
very
to
good.
one, and then it's like you stick in that one for a while, and then they're like, okay, now go to this time, and
That's
then you're in
not-
that one time for a while.
that's not
It's not until
very
like towards the very end of the game that you're doing like
So
the
it's
really
Final Fantasy
complicated
13
bullshit.
too.
It's not until towards the
So it's
very
Final
end of the
Fantasy.
game that you're doing the complicated bullshit, and most of that complicated bullshit
Doesn't matter.
is
It's still
side
there.
quests
It's
that you don't
there.
have to do.
It's there.
It's side quests, so you
It's-
don't have to. You
It's-
can just
it's-
be like,
the game is just complicated, man. It is. You're trying to say, well, you have to do all this stuff, and I'm like, that's 13.
I was just saying you don't have to do that. stuff.
No. Earlier, the time travel bullshit. You just described 13-2. Well, you
Okay.
stay in the time for a little bit, and then you switch up the time, and then the thing.
Okay, what's the difference between somebody telling you to go to a different time and someone going to a different land? Like, what's the difference between this game telling me to go to Asia and Chrono Trigger telling me to go to year 1900?
Because it's easier for the story to Deus Ex Machina itself, and or lose its own track of itself, because one thing does not necessarily tie to another thing in
But
time
Chrono Trigger's overall story is just go stop Lavos.
Hold up. Every game can be narrowed down to that. This one has that thing too. Every game does that.
And this game doesn't have a convoluted story.
Now, what we're doing is we're saying what is and is not convoluted. If you tell me I'm going to the far past, then the far future, then the present, it's easier to lose track of what's going on than it is if you just go from Arabia to Libya.
I don't think it is. Because usually when you go to a different time, it has its own self-contained story that you're dealing with.
See, that's
whereas
not
the
thing with Chrono
overall
Trigger.
plot is that the simple stop Lavos. You're not going to lose track of that plot. You're going to be like, okay, I just got to remember I got to stop Lavos
See,
eventually.
No, that's not how it goes in Chrono Trigger, though. It's not an isolated incident story system. All the stories try to bleed into each other, and it's hard to keep track of which ones bleed into what how. Like, if that makes sense, you'll go to the future after you're in the past, something happens in the future, it bleeds in, and you lose track of what the fuck is going on. Where was I? Where am I going? It's one of those things. And I'm not saying it's 100% bad to do that. I'm just saying it is a mark against it.
I don't think it's a mark against it. I think it's fine.
I think the way they did it is the best they could have done, but time travel bullshit should not be in a game if it has that much of it.
I think it's fine.
I think that if you have Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask's amount, that keeps it fresh and easy and available.
I think Chrono Trigger has the right amount of time travel bullshit.
It has too much.
I think it's fine.
I know.
And this is a difference in opinion. I have a higher opinion of Chrono Trigger, but whereas there's a thing you think is bad, and there's a thing I think is good, that's a lot of this game too.
as
I'm
I
not being
said,
contrarian.
I didn't say it's 100% bad.
Okay. And I never said anything in this game is 100% bad.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Don't even try that with me.
At least not about as much as you said Chrono Trigger's time travel bullshit is bad.
Yeah, I did. I didn't say I gave it a mark against it and a mark for it. You gave this none.
I gave it marks for it during my last conversation.
All you said was the goat was good.
I gave that as example. There have been some decent
So
situations.
you need to keep in mind the way this game was created was meant to be a mixture of games.
Like, what was the thing you called me a contrarian that I was like, oh, this is actually investing me, not being contrarian. Oh, yeah, me messing around with the town. You were getting mad at me for that and come like, Jesse, don't do that. You're being contrarian. Whereas I was like, no, this game is reacting to my things I'm doing. I want to see what the game has.
No. That wasn't me saying you were being a contrarian.
You did at one point,
No,
actually.
I called you a contrarian when you were being a contrarian. I don't call you a contrarian unless you're acting contrarian-ish.
When I was acting up in the game, you were like, Jesse, stop acting up. You just want to mess around and be contrarian. I was like, I'm messing around because the game wants me to.
Oh, no. I was telling you to stop messing around because you were giving it so much shit.
Yeah.
And
I was giving it shit by messing around. That's what the game wanted me to do, though. Give it shit.
No, the game doesn't want you to do anything. What you want to do is
Well,
give
okay,
it
the
shit.
game was made to be able to give it shit. So,
No, it
to a
gives
certain
you-
extent,
it was
the game
not
wants me
made to be able to. It was giving the choice.
Yeah. It wouldn't give me the choice if it didn't want me to.
No. It gave you the choice to give you the choice. Not necessarily does it want you to do something when it gives you a choice. I could give you the choice to steal my phone right now. But I wouldn't want you to. There's a good example right there. But at the same time, this game was made alongside Illusion of Gaia.
Okay, I would like to point one last thing is, I think you're kind of talking for the developers just then. I think because the game gave me a choice, I think they might have wanted me to.
Well, I think that you're presupposing for the developers then.
Maybe a little bit, but when you talk about something like a video game, you don't. Most developers won't put something in unless they want you to interact with it.
Unless they want you to interact with it once. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. That you were messing around with it 8 times.
8 times?
You threw pots at everybody, Jesse.
Okay, I wanted to see if they had different dialogue.
Don't even fuck around.
I want to see.
You tested that the last time we did it too. Don't fuck with me. You can't play my brain.
Okay, Joey. I discovered that there was branching story paths.
Uh-huh.
That was interesting.
Yes.
But I got off onto a different path than I wanted to because I wasn't messing around as much in my second pass through.
Mm-hmm.
So, whereas it may be a good thing I saw the second path, I'm also not on the path I feel like I should have been.
Mm-hmm.
So, I should have messed around more on my second go-through.
That's your opinion.
That's what I feel. Yeah, and that's what I feel like.
I mean...
Which means you calling me a contrarian is a little bit wrong, because I'm trying to play the game the way I want to play it.
Not really, because that wasn't your thought process at the time.
Well, I was trying to speed through it a little bit, too.
Yeah.
It was kind of a...
You were saying a lot of boring stuff about it, and every time I said something cool, you'd say something negative, and I'm just like, stop being a contrarian, man. Because that's what you were doing, and that's being a contrarian. That is the definition of a contrarian, Jesse. Doing something opposite than somebody else because you don't want to be the same.
I wasn't doing it to be the opposite of you. I was just doing it to be me. me trying to speed through it and being good on it and listening to you was going against what I wanted.
Well, yeah. But
if anything, but
it got shit out of the way because we didn't say.
I don't know. I'm just saying me messing around in the beginning is not contrarian.
I'm gonna note something to you about this game.
Yeah.
And most games, I should say. I'm never gonna judge Chrono Trigger by today's standards, because if I did, it would lose.
I will.
Because if I did, it would lose to a lot of games.
And it does.
Almost all of them.
I don't think it loses to Ni no Kuni, but it definitely loses to some games.
It loses in terms of art, in terms of story, in terms of
art, definitely.
In terms of character development, even because they were still in the infancy. In terms of innovation, they win. Fuck yeah, because they were fresh.
Well, I've been playing Ni no Kuni. I think Oliver's like the only person who gets character development.
They get some pretty solid character development. More than they fucking get in that game. They get no character development.
Yeah, some do.
I like a robot. That's one girl. Okay. I like you. That's the savage girl. I like you. That's the princess girl. I died. I'm Jesus. That's the main character. That's it. That's what you get.
You got Frog.
Oh yeah, the frog. He's the only one that fucking matters.
No, there's the Dark Lord Magus.
No, Magus is like, I'm Vegeta.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, you're saying Vegeta has never gone through character development? The Vegeta turning sides.
He's basic bitch early character development Vegeta.
Yeah, that's character development.
Not a lot.
Hell, the robot.
You want to know what character development for Vegeta was? When he blew his ass up. We didn't get that far.
Oh, yeah.
We got to Vegeta on planet Namek. Still killing the Namekians. Fuck that. You know who mattered? Senior Frog.
Senior Frog. He is like he is easily the best character in the entire game.
He's the only one that fucking mattered. The only one that I would give a candle to any type of character development is him. He's the only one. I'm like, check, do it like him.
Alright, so we got Frog versus Oliver.
Frog versus modern character development anywhere. Frog is probably as good as most character development, but he's only one character, and everybody in almost every RPG these days gets at least the moderate amount of character development, which means that on average they trump it.
I don't know about that.
That's how it is. You know, the world maybe got built a little. In fact, looking back at the world building was still a little rough back then too, comparatively.
That's true.
But that's just how these are. As you tell me, take off the rose-colored glasses. This game is not as good as even fucking Evil Land 2.
Yeah. Wait, Evil Land? Nah, I don't know. I played Evil Land 2.
As Evil Land 2 goes about, it gives you more shit.
Then again, I haven't gotten very far.
Your
in
character
Evil Land.
development is there. Multiple play styles. Some clunky, but a lot of them not. Better art. Interesting story. This game doesn't have that. I see. I'd never say this is better than a game from after 2005 if it's a AAA title. If it's a well-received game after that time.
To be fair, I don't think this game's a AAA title either.
Well, it wasn't released out of Japan because they said something, so it wasn't able to be.
Yeah.
It would have been. Because the way this game controls fit really well into the niche of the time. Which was, they had 6 fucking games that played like this, and this one had a spear and RPG elements, and people were really into RPGs at the time, and spears had never been used. People were simpler at the time. But
except from in Secret of Mana, that one weapon.
Oh, yeah. Illusion of Gaia is the one I'm thinking of, because you can transform.
So that's 2 spears before this.
Yeah.
Wait, did Secret of Mana come before this?
But those weren't the main weapons.
I know.
I think it came before this. No, I'm thinking, in terms of, like, any game from the future that's a well-made AAA title, RPG or like this, you can't compare them to the past games. Not, like, there are very few that are able to be compared. Like Xenogears, I couldn't compare a game to that because there's no other game like it.
That's true. When there's a game that's nothing like it, it's kind of hard to comparative.
That's my counter right there.
That's how I feel about like games like Eternal Sonata. I play like,
and there are very rare games that I'll do it with, but like Final Fantasy VI is available on that list because of the fact that it does have a lot of character development. In fact, way more than it should have had.
Mm-hmm.
More so than most of the Final Fantasy games. Crystalis on the NES.
Crystalis.
It's a Zelda RPG-esque game where you're a cyborg that wakes up in a tank and tries to figure out why he exists.
Okay, Joey. I think we do have to call it here soon, though.
Yeah,
I just think of that.
We've
been sitting staring at this Buddhist temple.
Well, you know,
for the last like 15 minutes, and this episode's gone on long.
Good place to podcast.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a good conversation, Jesse.
Yeah.
I valued your opinion in this.
I valued yours too. Aside from the part where you kept calling me contrarian. That part I'm just like...
I will call you a contrarian when you're being contradictory to something for just the fact of because you have a history of that with me.
Oh, okay. With you specifically.
So, like...
I will admit, I do like intentionally pushing people's buttons by playing devil's advocate.
I'll be real. Today you did it. Like, in the middle of the game.
Oh, yeah.
You remember?
Where I was doing the...
Yeah, so you're not really...
But I will also say, just because I like to push people's buttons, don't assume that everything I do is contrarian.
Then don't be a contrarian.
I think you make too many assumptions about me, Joe.
No,
all right. But anyways, that's all, everyone. Bye.
Bye.